Today is going to be my first commentary video, and in this, we're going to dissect and go into the case of Kwite. God, I love that intro. So friends, the very first commentary video that I'll be doing is going to be on a fellow YouTuber by the name of Kwite. Kwite is currently sitting in the shit, let's just say, because he has apparently been exposed for using misleading channel tags. And the question is there any validity to it? Well, you see, no one else has brought this up besides one other YouTuber, and I'll be referencing him quite a lot. A guy by the name of Oceanus. Oceanus. There we go. I gotta say that it's most definitively a little bit interesting to look at, but primarily because of the sheer fact that this can explain his rise to power. Oceanus goes into great detail in showing how he was growing back in the day to become what he is right now. He grew from utter irrelevancy to become massive on YouTube comparing to what he was before. Now, then comes the question, what did he do to get to this level? Well, he did a video on the content cop, and, well, there you fucking go. I mean, that's pretty much how it started. But he gave himself some rather odd things. A third-party individual by the name of Zorax was actually helping everyone's favorite fluffy Oceanus with this information, as he spotted utilizing vidIQ to see that he was utilizing tags that were not his own. Now, video tags, I just want to say, is something you may spam as much as you want, because we all know that some people already do that, like for example fucking Keemstar. I mean, come on, how many times has he not put fucking PewDiePie in the fucking title, or tags and whatnot, yet having, at best, fucking tertiary involvements in the entire video. Exactly. So there is actually quite a fair bit of shit that is going on here, as you can see. He's utilizing tags such as iDubbbz, Leafy's here, Ricegum, Jake Paul, all of these YouTubers that really has no ties to Kwite, other than, in that case, tertiary. Now, it would have been one thing if this was on one of his videos, but this is not one of his videos. This is his entire channel as a whole. Now, if you don't understand how it works, it is essentially your channel tags is something people can use to find you easier on YouTube, and you may only utilize tags that relate to you. You know, for example, that of your content, your channel name, and stuff like that, to make it easier for people to find you. You are not in any way, shape, or form allowed to utilize other people's channel tags to further your own channel. You may utilize them in individual videos, but you may not do it on your channel. And as such, well, this man grew quite fucking rapidly, because it's one thing if it was a single video, but now his entire channel is tied to these people that he has no contact with whatsoever. And as such, he's in the shit.
Alright, real talk. At this point in time, I'm imagining that you understand that I've only poked fun at his case regarding the channel tags being false. And that is something that is most definitively despicable, but I consider that to be something unoriginal. Something that has happened before, primarily when abusing videos, you know, video tags and whatnot, but not channel tags. And that is something that is actually not allowed on YouTube. But there is something far worse than that, and that revolves around a special person. And said person is named Orion. I'm thinking at this point in time that you have watched the video that Oceanic did, and if you haven't, I very strongly recommend that you do. It'll be in the link in the description below, and especially the parts that involve Orion, because Orion spoke out about his experiences with Kwite. And I'm not going to get too much into that, because I'm thinking that you understand that they were close. They were indeed close friends, but something has happened in Kwite. Kwite changed. And as such, Rogue of Light has essentially been dropped as a friend at that point in time. And I've talked to Orion myself and gotten the permission to do this. I'm not going to talk about Kwite in this case, as I'm going to talk about one of his friends just because of the sheer fact that there is actually some substance here compared to what I'd hope to find anyways. But I'll take it as it is. A friend of Kwite by the name of Kappa Kaiju went up to defend Kwite's case here, and not about the channel tags, but regarding the friendship between Orion and Kwite, and how it has dropped. And he stepped on the side of Kwite, and as such, I want to share this with you. And this is what he sent to Orion. I share the same sentiment as Kwite. Kwite has grown as a person so much over the past few months. So much so that he has finally earned some sense of pride and self-respect that he's needed for a long time. It was pretty clear to me that the friendship had run its course and that this was coming for a long time. Your friendship is built and perpetuated by some sort of pain or suffering. You have not had chemistry for a long-ass time. You aren't natural together, and the only thing holding you two so tightly was the support you gave each other. As Kwite began to better himself, it is pretty clear you did not. The codependency you had became just a dependency, as you needed him far more than he needed you. The truth is, you and Kwite were not best friends. You were crutches for each other. You've misconstructed the reasoning behind his actions to be some sort of weird big guy complex, especially implying that Kwite is blinded by his own fame and bases his life around it. This honestly disgusts me more than anything else you've said. The reason Kwite is friends with anyone is because he enjoys his goddamn fucking time with them. Nothing more, nothing less. A lot of his calls with you, from what I've seen, were stunted and felt like two strangers forced to talk. Every time I'm in a call with him, Brandon and the others, I am constantly astonished by how natural he is with them. They make him happy. He is happy. Trying to drag him back with guilt is childish. This is not abandonment. This is the natural end in a relationship that didn't seem to have any benefits for either side. You feel abandoned because you don't want to let go. This is awful. This is in no way, shape, or form how you behave towards another human being, let alone someone that is so unstable at the time as that of Orion. And Kappa Kaiju here really comes off as someone who just doesn't understand the situation. I can understand that he might want to step in as that of a friend of Kwite to defend his point, to defend him. I can indeed understand and to a degree sympathize with that, but the way that Kappa Kaiju has come off to Orion has only been essentially offensive, adding more layers of attacking onto Orion. And Orion has already had to deal quite a bit with this crap, and it required Lord Bung in order to drag Kwite out and have him apologize, which he has done, which is really good. But I want to go on the point of what Kaiju said here, because here's the thing. Everyone read and take notes, because he's even contradicting himself in his own post. And I just want to say, if any one of you out there has a friend that you are starting to become more distant from, but that you've had a good history with, if it comes to the conclusion that you can't keep in contact with them anymore, trying to break it even, try to make it nice and fair, you've both been busy with other stuff and whatnot, and try to just explain to them how the situation works. And at this point in time, this clearly didn't work, because, well, he didn't handle the situation at all as he probably should have done, and the way he excommunicated them is terrible. Now, take notice, friends, and learn that everything you say on the internet does not necessarily strike you back, but when it does, you better stand for what you've said. That is, anyways, if you do a mistake. But learn also to step up to the plate when you've done them. And don't let others do it for you. I've been Freeman. Thanks for watching.